So, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Big O TV, where being organized feels so good. I'm your host, Aja Makita, the Organista, and I am a productivity recovery strategist over at SheChangesTheWorld.com, and I create organizational time management tools so you can be your most productive in the areas that matter in your life and biz. Now, here on the Big O TV, you're going to get tips and you're going to get tools and resources that you can begin using right away so that you can go from panic to productive, right? Now, just to let you know that if you want to ask a question, you can ask one at any time. Please type a / and a Q in the chat box so that your questions will come over to the big white box so that I can see what's going on and we can get your questions answered. And the questions will be answered at the end of the show if you have any, okay? So also, I wanted to let you know that ever so often I do run a 10-day Organize Your Business Challenge. I have one that's going on right now, so the sign up is closed for right now. But please do go to www.thebigochallenge.com, and I'll put that link in there later so that you can sign up to get updates on when the next one's going to be. So today we have on the show this beautiful gal over here in this box, the hot seat box, we call it.
The hot box.
Exactly. This is Desiree Wolfe, and she is a professional trainer and admired mentor for women in network marketing, direct sales, and small business. Known as the Rebel Mamapreneur. Ooh, don't you love that? She is quickly gaining popularity with women who want to start playing bigger in their home-based business while creating a lifestyle they love. She teaches email marketing, sales funnels, blogging, and smart systems on her blog and weekly web show at www.desireewolfe.com. And we're going to go ahead and put that in the box so that everyone can see that.
Yay.
Okay, did I get that right?
That's it.
Great. Yay. Well, thank you so much for being here, Desiree. And I have to just first, before you say anything at all, I have to say thank you, because you are the one who gave me my blab start. This woman here, this beautiful, gorgeous, crazy woman here, is the one who told me about blab. She was brave enough to say, hey, you know what? You can go on blab. You can do all this wonderful things, and you're going to be amazing. And she had so much faith in me to tell me all this. And I'm just so excited that you did, because I would not have known about blab had you not told me. So my heart goes out to you. I thank you so much. I'm so in love with you, and I thank you. Thank you, Desiree.
Such a honey. Love right back at you, my friend.
Thank you. So let's just go ahead and jump right in, because the show is about 30 to 45 minutes long. And I know you got some juicy stuff to put on out. So let's just go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to start with question number 1. And that is, what has been the biggest challenge that you've encountered in your business, and why, Desiree?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you. The biggest problem actually ties perfectly in with your show. It's being organized, getting the systems in place and getting that flow, and especially working at home with 2 kids. I think really, I had kind of this fantasy that there is this perfect balance and I just need to find it. And that was all BS. And I probably spent a good year struggling with that, trying to find that perfect balance of getting work done and dealing with the kids. And, once I let go of that, life started to get a little easier. But the biggest challenge was that balance and getting organized and finding the flow and finding a system that works, and really just getting things put into place so it felt good instead of me trying to run around feeling crazy all the time.
Right. I hear you with that. I know that you say that the kids and everything in life kind of was like one of the reasons that kind of kept you from being organized. But
yeah,
what do you think is there another reason why it was a big issue to get organized?
Well, here's the funny thing is, I say that organization was a big issue, and I think part of it is because I'm an organized person. I love I love organized chaos. I love if there's a method, and I love if things are in order. And I find that really hard to deal with. Hang on, buddy. Sorry, speaking of kids.
It's okay. Veronika has one. I have one, so it's okay. We're cool over here with that. Isn't that right, Veronika?
I love it. Isn't that all part of life, right? But that was it. I was such a perfectionist, and especially, I came from the corporate world, so things had to have a lot of structure, because the more you produce in the corporate world, the better it looks, and the more money you make, and all this kind of stuff. So I was very strict in my systems with my day job. Well, when I started my business, I tried to maintain that level of strictness. And if you have a 2-foot boss, he ain't playing. He doesn't care that you have a phone call at 10 o'clock in the morning. He's ready for some fruit snacks and wants his yogurt. So it was that adjustment of the time management and the organization, and that feeling of it has to be perfect. I can't let my clients hear that I've got a kid running around, and I can't hear, it's not professional if they hear SpongeBob in the background and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So I really struggled with that. And that was, it was a huge challenge for me for a long time.
I can feel you on that one, because I felt the same way for a very long time, that if my kid is running around making all this noise, then people are not going to see me as a professional. And, I'm one of these, I'm really, like me and Veronika were talking earlier, she's really kind of laid back, and I'm really kind of structured. And so it's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, kids, no kids. So I had to get it together that this is my business, and my business and my life, they're together. There's no separate. We don't get to clock in and out anymore. Exactly. They flow into each other. So it's like, how do I deal with that issue and to the best of my abilities to keep everything from making me to keep me from being insane. Yes. That's what it was all about.
Yeah, absolutely. All about that sanity.
Exactly. You have something to add, Veronika? I know you do. With that baby you got running around.
Yeah, I can just say that I agree with you girls. Hey, yes, I think, do you guys hear echo when I talk?
Nope.
No? Okay, great. I just hear myself. Well, I'll deal with that. I think I also felt that my life is going to be mess now on, that, my organized day, my professional life, I have to even forget about that. It's not going to happen. And you feel like the whole world against you, because, you have the child, and it's like everyday things, they don't include you being with a child. Like, for example, there is a business meeting, or there is a job offer you want to try, or anything. No one cares what you're going to do with your little one.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
And not everybody, guys, have money to begin with for the daycare, for example.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So yes, I felt, oh my gosh, I hope no one stops by ever. Pretty much.
Don't come to my house.
Yeah, seriously, I would be like, and guys, girls, what is the worst? You feel like you are alone in it, unless you have a big network of girlfriends.
Yeah.
You feel that you are alone in it, and you are like this loser, because you think that no one else is struggling with it. So you feel kind of like ashamed of yourself somewhat, and then you feel that it's only you. All other moms, they have 5 children and they are perfect, but this is you who is struggling.
Yeah, exactly. That is so true. Okay, so Desiree, what did you do to overcome that obstacle?
Well, I had to do a couple things. I had to look and see, okay, what am I missing regularly? And what I was finding was it was almost the daily stuff in my business that I kept pushing aside. And so for a while, I felt like I was constantly trying to play catch up. So what I had to do is I sat down with my calendar and made a realistic work schedule for myself. And everything regarding my business goes on the calendar. And in fact, everything regarding everything in my life goes on my Google Calendar. I live and die. I even have laundry, and today is floor scrubbing day. So I make sure that I, allot 1 hour of cleaning time, that kind of stuff. And that really helped me see where I was kind of wasting time in my day. Like, if I know that, at 10 o'clock, I've got to go schedule my social media for the week, then I'm not just kind of wandering around going, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? So, really honing in on my schedule was, as crazy as it sounds, I found more free time in my day by tightening up my calendar and getting control of my schedule. And I wasn't I wasn't looking at 9 o'clock at night going, oh my gosh, I didn't get 30 things done with my business. What did I do all day? I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, the house is a mess. I barely got dinner on the table and, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, what the hell happened today? And so, now I know throughout the day where exactly I'm going to be. On the flip side of that, I had to give myself a break. I'm going to have interruptions throughout the day. He doesn't care that I'm on a show right now. So he's going to come in and say, I went potty, So I had to just tell myself, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. And I schedule in breaks more often because when I take a break, when I say, okay, dude, let's go outside and play, he gets excited. We go outside and play for a little bit. Then he's ready to come back in and have lunch and I can get some work done. So when I allow myself to take breaks and allow myself to be interrupted, it feels a lot less stressful than, oh my God, I'm not getting anything done.
What I heard you say that really, really stood out for me is the word realistic. Everyone's realistic is not the same, but you have to really take that into consideration, what your lifestyle is, what's really realistic for you, not what is realistic for what society says that your schedule should be working mom working from home. It's just not like that. Everyone's life isn't the same. Everyone's priorities aren't the same. So it's really great that you said that. Realistic. That's the big thing. That's my big takeaway. Realistic.
Yeah. Well, here's what's funny is a lot of people will tell me, they're like, oh, well, I've got 3 kids and I don't ever have any time. And I'll say, okay, well, what time are you getting up in the morning? And they say, please, Desiree, please don't tell me that I need to get up at 5:30 in the morning. My toddler gets up at 7. How much earlier do you want me to get up in the morning? And so, I'll say, okay, you know what? That's not realistic for you then. You're not a morning person. That's okay. When do you find your energy level to be at its peak or at the highest, that kind of thing. So take your schedule, take what has to be done and see where you can marry it with where your energy is at throughout the day. I mean, if somebody were to say to me, you have to work on a project at 5 o'clock in the evening, I'd probably want to reach through the computer and choke them. But if they were to say, you can have really 1 hour of work time at 10 o'clock at night, I'd probably be like, I can do that, because that's realistic to me. 5 o'clock in the morning, not so much,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for me. I would say I'm totally a morning person.
Yeah.
So I try to get as much done in the morning as I possibly can. I am a 5 o'clocker. My kids up around 7:30. I'm up at 5:30 to get all my stuff done. We were talking about this on another blab, right, Veronika, about the whole time issue of when your energy levels are and everything. I'm going to be going to bed after this blab, and that's the straight up truth. All my friends know me. They don't call my house after 8:30 because I'm going to be in bed.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my son in bed. Time for bed. No, I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I have to get in bed. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it's funny.
I love it.
I was just going to say, my husband, with his old job, he was in construction. So they were up at 5:30 and he was out of the house by 6 in the morning. It was really easy for me to get up with him and just start my day 2 hours before the kids got up. Well, he's in a new job now. They don't start until 7:30. So he's not even out of bed until 6:30 now. That's when I get up. So my schedule shifted a little bit. And I found that I now shift when I'm going to work.
Yeah. And sometimes we have to do that. We have to be a little bit flexible when it comes to Veronika.
Some mornings I wish I could.
Remember how he used to be?
Remember when you used to get up for work at 5 in the morning?
It was so nice.
Did you go back to that, hon? Love you. Yeah, exactly.
I know you're working 12-hour days as it is, but can we go ahead and start that earlier? It's more convenient to me when you leave the house by 6. You probably look at me like, woman, you leave the house at 6 then.
Oh my gosh, exactly. Okay, so give us your best advice for other people who are struggling with the same issue.
Examine your schedule. Make a list. Usually what I do is when I start to feel like I'm overwhelmed or I've got way too much going on, I make a list of everything that I'm working on, whether it's work related, whether it's big projects happening in the home, and ask yourself, what can I get rid of? What can I outsource? And do I even love doing this? Those are, the three questions that I kind of look at when I'm looking at my list. And it's amazing. Sometimes I'll look at my whole task list and I'll be like, why am I even doing this?
Right.
It's not making me money. It's not helping me feel organized. I'm doing it because somewhere along the line, somebody said, you should be doing this for your business. So I'm finding that take an inventory of your schedule, take an inventory of the tasks that you feel like you have to do. See if you can time chunk. I'm really big on time chunking when it comes to getting stuff done. What like projects can you lump together? Kind of like how I was saying, I've even got my laundry on the calendar. I do a chunk of house cleaning in the morning while the kids are getting ready for school. That's I'm going to throw in laundry. I'm going to get the kitchen clean instead of trying to flip flop back and forth and have that crazy, what the hell is going on type feeling. I time chunk a lot of stuff together. Same thing with like social media. Sunday nights are my planning time. I spend 1 to 2 hours in the evening while the kids are, doing their baths and that kind of stuff. And I say, okay, all my social media is getting scheduled for today. All my emails are getting scheduled for today. And I look at my appointments and all that stuff and see what needs to be moved. All of that happens in a big chunk of time Sunday night. So time chunk and take an inventory of what you're making yourself do every day.
Exactly. I think that those are excellent pointers when you talk about really looking at your schedule and seeing are a lot of these things even necessary that I need to be doing? I mean, why am I doing them? That's a big to do right there. It's just like really taking the time to assess what it is that's really going on in your business and even in your life to really see if you really need those things. Because half of them, and then, there's also the time wasters. We get on Facebook to go and do our social media plugs or whatever. And then we're over there looking at all kinds of videos and everything. So you need to be doing that? No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Veronika, you said Fly Lady style. Fly Lady is a huge influence on me. And I translated a lot of what I learned from her about organizing my house. I moved it right into the business style,
That's beautiful.
And so that was a huge influence. I love me some Fly Lady.
Yeah, she's great. I discovered her, and we all implement someone's style, but it also becomes our own because we are all different. So I feel like it's always great because we don't have to be a copy of someone, but we can take what appeals to us.
Right. Yeah, totally.
And we just
I don't know who the Fly Lady is. What's going on with the Fly Lady?
The Fly Lady, she is an organizational and cleaning expert. And she's been around for quite a few years. I think my mom is actually the one that said, oh, you need to go check her out. And it used to be, she used to have a book, and it's all about time chunking and being organized. And it's really geared towards, she started off anyway, gears towards, the housewives and the moms and that kind of thing. She talks about scheduling laundry and all this stuff. And then it's sort of branched out into kind of life management and life organization. And now there's groups and groups and groups of people who help support each other and hold each other accountable. And it's really her system. It's really simple. And what I love about it is she teaches you how to do it step by step. So you build the habit. Like the first one is keeping your sink shiny. That's the first step to keeping your house organized. So what she does, I think it's a 7-day challenge where she tells you, shine your sink every night before you go to bed. Once you have that habit done, then we move on to the next one of, okay, start doing what is it? A pile a day keeps the laundry away or something like that. So then you add on, you do 1 load of laundry each day. And then you end your night by shining your sink. And then once you've done that, you add on the next thing. So it helps you maintain it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
totally
really great.
Take that from your life into your business.
Yes. And the timer, someone just mentioned about the timer thing. She is really great with that because I think what happens, she talks a lot about perfectionism. It's like we don't go to big topic because we are like, oh my gosh, it will take forever. I'll never finish it. So it piles up. So what she recommends is to put a timer, 10 minutes, no social media, no phone calls, 10 minutes, clean that pile or, do that piece of work. And you cannot believe how much you can done in 10 or 15 minutes, how much gets done, but you do nothing but that thing.
Right.
And then if you
I can imagine how much gets done. I time chunk a lot too. And,
yeah, it's great.
My business now, and my house is a totally different thing.
Your house is what?
My business is straight. My house, on the other hand, if I was to swirl this thing around, you'd see all kinds of stuff going on.
It's just a house.
You're right here, though.
Honey, we all live it. We all know.
Yeah.
A pile of laundry over here that needs to be folded up right now. It's been sitting here for 2 days.
I was going to say, I've had a pile for 3 days sitting in my bedroom.
Thank you. Exactly. See, I'm glad we can be so real.
That's right.
Because that's what it's really about, is being real and being honest with yourself. I mean, really. Yes. Okay, so if you could go back to the start of your business, what would you say to yourself?
Oh my gosh. If I could go back, I would tell myself to follow the passion I had originally and don't listen to everybody that's going to try and talk you out of your dream.
That's great.
Yeah, I had a vision for my business. I started my business as a VA, actually. I was doing some marketing, internet VA type stuff, and I was an OBM and all this stuff. And then when somebody said to me, you know what, you would be a really great coach. Have you thought about that? I went, yeah, that's what I want to be doing. She goes, so do it. And I went, okay, great. So I started in one direction, and about a year later, I made the mistake of asking for advice. How could I get more sales? And people started to tell me, well, your target market you're never going to make any money doing that. You're never going to make money in group programs. You're never going to make money doing this. You're never going to make money. Here's what you need to be doing. You need to switch to high-end coaching. You need to be teaching people who want to make 7 figures. You need to be doing one-on-one coaching. You need to be for a little over a year, I ripped down all of my business model. I ditched the direct sellers and the network marketers that I loved working with because people were telling me I'm never going to make any money. So I got rid of all of them. And I started working with 6-figure entrepreneurs. I didn't love it. I struggled for over a year, and for almost an entire year, I made very little money. And so at first I started to think, well, it must be me. Because, so-and-so told me that I'm going to make big money if I'm coaching big money coaches. And there's no money. And finally, I had a coach that I hired myself, and she said, you don't love what you're doing, do you? And I go, no, it's so boring to me. I'm like, I don't get excited over coaches who are already making 7 figures. I get excited over people who have been making $1,000, and when they start working with me, now they're making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. That excites me more than somebody who is making $10,000 a day.
Right.
And so for the last few months, I've gone back to where I was, almost 2 years ago, and I'm building that back up and really creating the group training programs and the lower coaching stuff, the stuff that I was already doing that I threw away. So my biggest advice, if I could go back, is stick with your passion, do what you love, and work with who you love. Don't take everybody else's advice, and learn to kind of put the tunnel vision on and only listen to people who are going to help you. Yeah.
Not to get off topic, but what do you guys think is the reason, and I've seen this within the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, that everyone is just really, really trying to force the whole high-end structure of coaching. I mean, I was a coach. I'm not a coach anymore because I don't find passion in coaching.
Yeah.
But what is the whole thing these days with just high end? You got to have high end. What do you all think this is coming from?
I think it's a trend, really. I think it's just
Yes.
It's so easy to now with the internet and groups and all this kind of stuff. It's really easy to say that's what I'm going to do because so-and-so over here is making $10,000 days. I want that too. Show me how to do it. Well, I did it by coaching $10,000 coaches, that kind of thing. I think it's a trend. I think it seems
Definitely.
easy, and it seems glamorous and beautiful. I'm going to fly to Bali to do a one-on-one, $25,000 training with my client. Great for you. And it sounds very beautiful and luxurious. And I think that's why I really do think like that's why it's one of the hottest trends right now.
Right.
Yeah. It's just
too. I think that people, they don't show you what all, even if they have gotten to that. I know you're talking about like fake prestige and everything, Veronika, but what if if they are really there and they're not really letting you know or showing the people how much work it took for them to get there. They're just there, and then it just looks like, oh, I just did this and now I'm here.
I think people who really made it and who really making it, they will never tell you it's easy. I think they'll tell you honestly how much investment they put in it, of their time and learning and practicing. I think all these people, they to get to that high level, they actually do endless hours of free stuff to help. So it's but if that's your passion, if that's where you want to be, that's a great thing to explore. But again, those people, they never tell you, I just got my pink Cadillac. It was so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think the people who, I think there's a little bit of people who do experience kind of, I don't want to call it overnight because like you said, there's a lot of behind the scenes work, but people who do kind of jump out of the chute and do have continuous $30,000 weeks and things like that. What I am noticing is after about 6 months to 9 months, those people are either burnt out or they've plateaued because they didn't set the foundation and do the work to begin with, like the long-term coaches who are doing really well and the ones who are, a little more transparent of here's, I worked 50 hours, in 3 days type thing. I think the people who have kind of jumped on the bandwagon and did find a way to make money quickly, I'm seeing a big handful of them do the fizzle out. Where are they now?
Yeah, you know what? I realized that too. And I was thinking, wow, are they just working programs or what are they doing? Because there were some people that just kind of fell off and then they kind of popped back in to kind of get some more people in. And then I did notice that. That's a good point too. Yeah. Okay, so number 5, we all have that quirky thing that we have going on about ourselves. All of us do. So tell us something quirky that nobody knows about you, Desiree.
Oh my goodness. I'm a pretty open book. I don't know what more quirky you can get.
Yeah, you are kind of quirky. You are kind of
my whole personality is quirky. Yeah, I'm totally openly quirky. It's so funny. We were just talking about weirdness in another group, and in high school I was voted most likely to be abducted by aliens because I was so weird in high school. So that just kind of goes to prove, my unfiltered quirkiness. I don't try and hide it anymore. For many years, I tried to hide how weird I was. Now I've just learned to embrace it.
Good timing.
Go ahead, Veronika.
No, I'm just saying good timing. Good time to embrace it. Have fun with that.
Exactly. You know what? There's so much fun and genuinity in being quirky, though. It's just like, if that's just who you are, that's just who you are, and it's fun, People who hide that they're missing out, and we're missing out on their quirkiness too. So that's no fun.
Yeah. Even when I was in the corporate world, I got written up a lot for color, Kool-Aid colored hair. Like on St. Patrick's Day, I would come in with green, braids in my hair. And on Valentine's Day, it was always pink. And I don't know how many times I got written up from the way that I dressed because it wasn't professional enough, or my personality was too loud, that kind of stuff. So, and it's funny because I grew up, my mom was a business owner. And so I grew up, kind of watching her. And she used to tell me all the time, she's like, honey, you make a horrible employee. She's like, you have got to start your own business just so you can do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly. Yeah, I read that in your story. I read that in your story. That's amazing to have someone behind you that you could see that they were doing, because you said your mom had her own business. You could see that going on. So you weren't really like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. So now speaking of which, what do you have going on in your business these days? Tell us what's going on.
Oh my gosh. So much goodness is happening. I am getting ready to launch a brand new group course that is going to help direct sellers brand themselves. I'm kind of on this this whole mission, and I'm trying to create a revolution of direct sellers who aren't afraid to step out of the box. A big company, and this is exactly why, this is why I was inspired to do this. A big company today just announced they're shutting down their doors.
I read you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is all of these people are now suddenly without a business. You know, it's not like we're you and I, where if sales are slow, guess what? We go find some more sales. Their business is done. They have no choice. There's nothing they can do about it. And I see this happen regularly in this industry. And so I'm now on a personal mission to make your business more than just being a salesperson. Find a mission that you can build your own brand on, and the product just becomes the product. You become your business. And so, you know, I'm working on sort of creating this whole revolution of women who are serious about building a business and not just being in direct sales.
Okay, I was with a company years ago called Beiju Bags.
Oh yeah.
And I had just got in maybe some months right before they closed down. I'm just like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, you know, it's just like any other business. You know, if you were to decide tomorrow, you know what, this isn't for me, I'm going to start telling my clients I'm going to get a job, you know, that kind of thing. It's the same thing. They have people just like you and I who are running their business up at the corporate level. So, you know, if you take control over your business, yes, you can still be in direct sales. Yes, you can still sell the product. But now if that sort of quote unquote supplier were to shut down, all you do is just go find another supplier. And that might mean buying another kit or, you know, buying product, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
But now people still want to do business with you, and they're not buying the stuff from you simply because of the brand name.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Do you coach, if I may ask, do you coach them in groups, like physically, like in real life? I mean, or online? I mean, that's both real life, but you know, like, do you get together?
This person will be
down from that alien ship. No.
Yes, I come down, you know, at 1 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why you're successful.
Yes. And I zap them back up. I brainwash them. No, I'm just kidding. No, this will all be online group coaching, and it'll be a course, and there'll be lots of videos and downloads and things like that. And then
that's awesome.
So yeah, because a lot of what I do is teaching them how to build themselves online and how to create an authentic personality so you can build your own brand.
And what's the website? Is the website your name again, where they can sign up for it?
Yep. If you actually go to, let me
type it in the box.
Yep, I'll type it in the box. I have a wait list right now because we're not officially launched. So right now I'm getting ready to do some free training that's leading up to the launch. And so that's DesireeWolfe.com/labs-wait. And that'll put them on the wait list, and they'll get some free training over the next couple of weeks until we're ready to open the doors.
Gotcha. That's awesome. I don't know what happened to your host button. Can I not make more than one person a host on here? Is that what the problem is?
I still see the H. It's showing us both as a host.
On mine, it shows that Veronika is a guest. It shows me and you as host, but I gave her hosting abilities, but it's not.
I don't know what to do. Is someone calling in?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I saw that you gave me the host, and I could not really.
Oh, now I see it again. It says that I've made you a host, but then on my screen it still says that you're a guest.
Oh, it just popped up. It says is no longer a host. Maybe it's one of those lovely blab glitches right now.
That's all right. It doesn't make a difference.
Exactly. Well, now we know. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Blab is great because it is in beta and they are constantly improving. The flip side of that is they're constantly freaking changing things. So, I actually had somebody who had asked me, she said, can you do a blab training? And I went, I would love to, but it's all going to change tomorrow.
Yeah, because they're working on it.
Yeah. I said, that's the joy of a beta program. But
girls, at the same time, can you imagine, like, it's actually, it's working. It's not perfect, but it's working.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's free.
Yeah. I'm addicted. I'm a blab addict.
I'm getting there.
I've been on Blab all day today, but I took the day off of work today, so I really wasn't
blabbing.
Then blab away.
Yeah, so I'm a blab all day because I'm not going to do any work today. So. Exactly. Well, I thank you so much for being here. You have been like the most just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person in my life right now. I have to say, this woman here, this one here, she's the one who started my career in Blab. You know what? You got me addicted. You know what?
I'm a Blab pusher. I'm sorry.
I have a business idea.
Uh-oh.
What'd you say, Veronika?
Blab, I have a business idea. Blab addicts recovery.
Thank you.
No, I
exactly.
don't want anybody to recover. I want you to be addicted right along with me. There's no recovery here.
I know.
Well, I thank you all so much for coming. And if you guys are on the replay, then please make sure that you ask any questions that you need to ask, and we'll get back with you in as much time as possible, quick time as possible that we can. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being on the Big O TV. I'm going to go ahead.
Thank you.
Both of you ladies on there. You guys can come jump on with me on my show. And we talk about all kinds of things that help you.
Again so that people can hear that. So go ahead.
Okay. You want me to say it again?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's the Get Shit Done show. So it's GSD with Desiree, and it's a 30-minute just live show where I talk with kick-ass entrepreneurs who bring productivity, strategies, anything that's helpful to getting shit done in your business. Yes, and that's every Thursday at 10:30 Pacific, and it's a 30-minute show.
10:30 a.m.
Yes.
I am a night owl.
Is that too early for you?
That is I am a night owl that is transformed into the early bird. So I'm trying to live a life of early bird, but in my heart, I'm a night owl.
Oh, that is hilarious. I'm a night owl transforming to the life of an early bird. That's priceless right there.
Because I can see that is more productive. To be an early bird. Because, all the establishments are open.
Yeah. For me it is. I mean, I totally, my brain shuts down at 2:00. And that's just the truth. Yeah. It just shuts down.
You called me at 3.
What?
Yes, but my mind wasn't working.
I
called you,
but
my mind wasn't working.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Don't ever call me after 2.
And definitely don't call me after 8:30 because I'll be asleep.
No, you better get to bed, huh?
Isn't that right, Lulu? I don't know if Lulu is still on, but Lulu she calls me and she knows. I go to bed at 8:30. I go to bed.
That's a great thing to do. When I am tired, I go to bed at 8:30 and I'm a night owl. I wake up at 3 a.m. like,
let's start the day.
Seriously. I feel like someone give me like a shot of some drug, because I'm up. The devil is up at 3 a.m.
Let's start the day.
Okay, so El Kukoba has a question. Is your niche women, and what is the difference when dealing with women? So we'll direct that to you, Desiree, and then you can answer that question as well, Veronika.
Yeah, mine niche is women because is that echo on my end? Oops. It's got really echoey.
Yeah. It's okay
you guys
though.
aren't hearing it?
It's not bad.
Okay. My niche is women because there is a little bit of a difference in the way women run their business. They are a little bit more emotional based when they run their business. Don't get me wrong, I love working with men. And in fact, one of my best clients has been a male. He was an attorney with a small office. So, I'll work with men, but I find that women really resonate with my message because I am the mom, and I, have been a single mom when I started my business, and, they really connect with that. So that's really the biggest reason of why I focus on working with women.
What about you, Veronika?
It's interesting. I have a channel on YouTube, and I thought it would be interesting for women, but 90% of my subscribers are men. So I can't answer. I think. Man, this feedback. Is it just my feedback?
No, I can hear it too.
Echo. Is it bad?
It's not bad.
I believe that you should go with your heart, and when you connect with a certain demographic, better stick with that.
Yeah.
But don't exclude.
And for me, I work with women too. I work with women because I have 3 penises at home. I have 3 penises. I have 3 kids. They all have penises. I don't want to see any more penises. So I choose to work with women. Yeah. And I have kids from the ages 24, 21, and then I have an 8-year-old. All penises, and I choose not to deal with them. And
I have a question to you.
So,
Aja?
Yes.
Do your kids help you? At home?
My 24-year-old and my 21-year-old, they help me like with outside stuff. Like they take out the trash, they mow the lawn, they wash the car or whatever, I have to make them wash the dishes. They won't do that. They don't do any sweeping and mopping in the house unless I threaten their lives, so my 8-year-old though, he started doing dishes in November, I think it was. So he has dishes on Wednesdays. He did have it on Wednesdays and Sundays, but honestly, I have to tell you, I got so sick and tired of having to supervise the dishwashing time, so I dropped it down to Wednesdays, and if the dishes are clean, they're clean. If they're not, they're not. So I don't supervise anymore. His dish days are Wednesdays. I let it go. You do what you guys to do, and that's it. I'm not standing over that sink because I might as well do it myself.
Yeah.
So he helps with laundry. My other 2 kids, they do their own laundry, so that's that. And so only laundry I do is me and my 8-year-olds, and he helps with that. He'll help me fold in a really bad way. It's awful, but so and I cringe because, like I said, I'm not that laid back, flowy person. I'm that structured person. So when things are folded right, I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to give it to me, I'll do it.
It takes a lot to let that go for messy folding, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, yes it does. It takes a lot to let go when you see the little undershirts and they're just wrong.
I feel that way.
They will never learn.
Oh,
I will go in behind them and refold them.
But still, they are doing it. It's important.
They have to learn.
Because if you don't let them, I do it better. They'll never learn ever. And then
they might feel intimidated that you're doing it right and they're not doing it right, and then they don't want to do it because they feel bad about it. So I don't say anything. I just cringe inside. All kind of curse words going through my mind when he's folding his little undershirts, and I'm just like, that's what my mind is. It's going crazy. I'll let it go. I said, yeah, you did good. Go put it away. Yeah. Yep, go put it away. I do not refold his stuff. Yeah. Now, he doesn't fold my stuff, so I don't care. So his clothes can be as wrinkled as they want. But my stuff is good. Let's see. Is your network face-to-face or strictly internet? Did you choose one platform or do you want to be everywhere? You start with that question, Desiree.
My network is 99.9% on the internet because I am an introverted extrovert. I love being around groups of people. I don't like networking personally. It makes me very uncomfortable, and I just end up drinking a lot, and that's not good for anybody. My platform. I went with where my people are because I used to be really heavy involved in Twitter when my audience were the 7 figures and the coaches and the people with physical locations. I spent a lot of time on Twitter. When I shifted back to direct sellers and network marketers, they're not there. They're not using Twitter. They don't care about it. There's no strategy for it. So I'm on Facebook, Blab, and Instagram. Those are my 3 big ones. And of course, Blab. Of course, I'm addicted. Blab. That's why. And Facebook because they're there, and more and more of them are starting to use Instagram.
What about Pinterest?
You know, Pinterest is good, and I encourage my clients to use it. I can't get in the habit of pinning. So, and I used to really beat myself up over it. It's something I'm naturally interested in doing for my business. I think if you're a product-based business, it's very good for you. As a coach, there's, I can only post so much coaching related stuff. And it just feels limited to me. So, yes, my audience is over there and I'll go interact with them. I just don't use it for myself.
Can you all hear that buzzing in the background? I am so sorry. Do y'all hear that?
I don't hear the buzzing.
I hear the echo.
Good. Someone's out there. I don't know if they're doing my grass, but if they are, I thank them. But someone's out there. Sounds like they have a weed eater. So go for it. If you're doing my grass, I thank you, whoever you are. So yeah. So what about you, Veronika? What's your is your network face to face, or is it strictly internet? And what are the platforms do you use?
Most of my thing is online too. So it's like 99%. I use platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Etsy, Pinterest. Twitter. And now I'm learning Blab. It's like how many platforms one person? How many platforms one person?
I don't ever recommend more than 3. Top out at 3. Pick your favorite top 3 and hang out there, and even hone it down even more than that if you can. That's my,
Well,
yeah.
I believe in it, but I think with some kind of business, you want exposure, it can hurt you.
Yeah.
It can kill you, but it can hurt you.
It can kill you.
Yeah, I simply narrowed mine down because I don't like social media. Yeah. I'm a straight up extrovert, an introvert who is an extrovert when I need to be. So I mean, okay, all right, Veronika.
So it's like a common thing here, I guess.
You seem like you're a very, very extrovert.
I see.
I'm very yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. You do. But so yeah, that's why I narrowed mine down to Blab, and I'm on Facebook only because I'm in some of the groups, but I really don't even interact as much in the groups. And every now and then I'll come on to, say something or do something or whatever, but I'm not really in there. I am right now. I've taken one Pinterest class, and that pinning thing, like you said, that's going to be crazy. But because I do have products, I think that that would be a really good platform for me to try.
Key to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to give Pinterest a whirl.
Search terms on Pinterest.
So I've started noticing, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just the couple of weeks that I've been checking it out, it's just like, okay, there's some stuff going on over here. Yeah. I do believe I have a pin button on my website. Something happened with my website, and I called GoDaddy, and we're having to work through all these things because now I have the bigochallenge.com and then the bigo.tv. And so I was trying to bundle everything, and then my She Changes the World kind of went crazy. And I don't know what happened to half my plugins, but I'm going to have to try to put them back in and see what's going on because it's crazy over there on that website right now. I don't know what's going on. But and as far as for my interactions, because I work with creatives, and a lot of creatives are vendors, a lot of vendors are creatives, I guess I should say. I do work with a lot of people face to face. I do try not to, but a lot of my business, I try to make it stay online. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do. I was having this conversation earlier with the wonderful Jordan Hales.
I know,
and
Jordan.
She's amazing.
Huh? I know Jordan. She's amazing.
She's amazing. I love her. Yes, and I am one of those people who would rather be behind the scenes and give you everything that you need, you know, behind the scenes. And that's why I don't coach anymore, because I think that my best skills are just to give you the tools that you need. So yeah, I would say while I am doing a lot of face-to-face interactions, because I deal with vendors and things like that, I'm moving it towards, you know, online.
But you know, you could have online coaching. You just don't want to coach it at all.
No, you know what? I did coaching before. My business now is totally different than when I started. I started my business 5 years ago, a coaching business in spiritual based, helping women to decide which way they wanted to go spiritually, and to just really for them to come into their own of knowing that even if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, or whatever, it's your relationship with your Lord is your own, and nobody can tell you how to work that. You know, that's between you and your Lord, how you all communicate. Exactly. So, and building that relationship. So that's what I was coaching then. And it was great. I had group programs and I had individual programs. I really, really liked it. But it was a lot of time. It was a lot of time, and I really didn't want my time taken up like that. So, so I decided that I need to find something else to do. So it's like, well, what do I really like to do? Well, I'm a strict person, so I need to organize. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
And it's hot. People want that organization.
People need that organization. I tell you, I didn't realize this for a very long time, that I have been organizing stuff my whole life, and I never even saw it. You know, you talk about your passions and stuff. I never even realized that was even something. You know, it's just like, I feel like there's a place for your things and a things for your place. So where's this supposed to go? And I never even realized that it was something that was something.
Not everybody is like that.
Not everybody is like that.
I didn't
know,
know,
right?
Right?
I experienced something in my business. You know, dealing with a lot of people in business. A lot of my clients, they've not had a business before. This is all new to them, and many of them have never even been in the corporate world. You know, they might have been teachers, or you know, a lot of them are stay-at-home moms who kind of joined because they needed something to do, and then they realized they could make money and build an empire. So now they come in,
right?
I'm like, I've been doing this since I was 15. You mean you don't send emails?
Oh, speaking of emails, I have my shirt on here. I know you can't see it, but this is my Mailer Lite shirt. It says "Love my job." Mailer Lite is my favorite email marketing system right now. They sent me a T-shirt, so I'm like, I'm gonna wear it. Yes. Who do you use, Veronika? Do you have an email marketing system, Veronika?
I don't. I actually. You know, it's interesting. I'm on Etsy platform. You know, ETSY. So I actually see. I see their emails. Sometimes I sell them too, but I feel shy to spam them.
We need to talk. We need to get you an email list.
So who are you using, Desiree?
I use Active Campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, they're cool. Good for internet marketing. You can tag people when they visit your website. So somebody can click on my website and they'll get tagged, and then I can send them an email based on the page they visited on my website.
Really?
They're not, like I usually tell my clients when you're just getting started, find something like MailChimp because it's a lot easier to learn. But if you want to get serious about internet marketing, I love Active Campaign.
Oh, maybe time for me to get a new T-shirt.
Yeah. All right. If you're watching, I need a T-shirt.
What do you use, Desiree? Do you use Desiree in the box?
Yes. Let me go grab. I think I've got a link.
I don't have a T-shirt.
Well, I use Mailer Lite. Mailer Lite is free up to 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. So, and they have, I was with Mad Mimi, and I absolutely love
I've heard lots of good things.
And I'll tell you, yeah, they are awesome. The only reason I left Mad Mimi is to go to Mailer Lite because it was free. And Mad Mimi, they have integrations like with these Digio people, and you can have a membership program through them where if you have like your freebie, or you can have the people sign up for your freebie, And if they share it, if I share it with you, Desiree, then you're going to get something that says you're not signed up to get this. Would you like to sign up? And you can sign up right then and there, and then you can get the freebie. So it's just like they have a lot of awesome integrations. Matt Mimi has some fabulous integrations. And that's the problem that I'm having with MailerLite is that they don't have a lot of fabulous integrations. And that is really, I'm suffering with that because I'm so spoiled with Matt Mimi. But then but MailerLite does have some really awesome things. Like you can, I don't know how many email marketing systems allow you to send videos. I know that at some point they didn't allow you to because it was like spam kind of a thing. But you can do that, with MailerLite. And there's just so many. It's just they have the products things where you can hook up your email with your products and all that kind of stuff. And it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. Yeah, autoresponders and everything.
Which one is it?
Which one is it? Mine is. Let me type it in.
I guess. I need the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also a link to it on my She Changes the World website too. So if you lose it,
have you heard about the girl? She takes on the world.
Yes, Natalie. Natalie. Somebody. Yes, exactly. You know what? I did. Yes, I did. I said, well, I love her name. I love that she takes on the world. But obviously, I didn't want to take on the world. I wanted to change it because I didn't want to. I want to change it from the inside of me. If you take on the world, you got to be out in public. I don't want to be out in public. So I want to change the world from behind my computer.
Because it immediately reminds me of her.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Yes. She was the inspiration behind She Changes the World. I did like it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to take on the world.
I just want to change it, baby.
I just want to change it.
Yeah, she's really good. She has a great YouTube channel. And she's really good.
And she has her videos are like on point. I mean, they are really on point with all her awesome equipment and everything. It's like that's a whole nother blab.
Yes. Do you girls?
Well, we're gonna wrap this up because we are actually way behind time, and we've got kiddos and everything. But I want to thank you all for coming on. Thank you so much.
It was fun.
Desiree. Love you. This was awesome.
Thank
you. Really so much. And you guys have a wonderful day. And I am